Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss a separate chapter, that is the hypnotics and sedatives. Today we are supposed to discuss the anti-anxiety drugs, but anti-anxiety drugs are a part of this hypnotic sedative. So I thought it will be better to take hypnotic sedative initially, then we'll again go to anti-anxiety separately. So let us start the hypnotic sedatives. What are these groups of drugs? This group of drug is mainly used for treatment of insomnia. That is the sleep disturbance, sleep. That is in general term, you can say it is the group of drug which is used for induction of sleep. In those patients who have got difficulty in sleep. Now, these are CNS depressants with different time action and dose action relationship. Those with quicker onset of short duration, steeper dose response curves are preferred as hypnotics, while more slowly acting drug with flatter dose response curve are used as sedatives. So, hypnotics, that is, what is the definition of hypnotics and sedative? Hypnotic, that is the group of drug which induces sleep, and sedatives, which are the group of drug which calms the mind. There is a difference between hypnotic and hypnotism. Hypnotism is different. That is a peculiar, another state of mind. One should not confuse this hypnotic with hypnotism. That hypnotism is entirely different. We are concerned here with hypnotic drug, that which induces sleep, and the sedative, which calms the mind. There are certain other terms commonly which are also used. One is psychotropic drug, which you have heard. Those are the drugs which are used for psychiatric illness. Then neuroleptics. Neuroleptics are general terms which is concerned with all CNS depressants. So these are a few terms sometimes which is asked. So the basic difference between the two, hypnotics and sedatives: hypnotic has got a quick onset of action. So there will be, if you draw a graph, there will be sharp shoot of rise and there will be sharp fall. And in sedative, there will be slow rise and there will be flatter, to some extent flatter curve. So thus sedation, hypnosis, general anesthesia may be regarded as increasing grade of CNS depression. So this is about the introductory part. Now let us discuss the classification. There is a big classification of hypnotic sedatives. There are basically 4 groups of drug. First group is the barbiturates. Second group is the benzodiazepines. Third group is the newer non-benzodiazepines. And fourth group, you can put it a miscellaneous drug. So in the barbiturates, these are the first group of drug which are invented in this group. There are large number of barbiturates, but nowadays use are very limited. Most of them are obsolete now, excepting a few. So I mentioned few which are still used off and on. First group is the long-acting. The drug is phenobarbital, which is quite widely used still. Short-acting, it is the butobarbital, pentobarbital. Then ultra-short-acting, that is the thiopentone and methotrexate. So these are the 3 groups. There are large number of drugs. I have omitted intentionally the other drugs because those are the obsolete. Now the second group is the benzodiazepines. This is the main group, a main important drug. There are large number of drugs in benzodiazepines. The first group is hypnotics. The second group is the anti-anxiety, and third group is the anticonvulsant. The first group, hypnotic drugs, are diazepam, flurazepam, nitrazepam, alprazolam, temazepam, triazolam. In anti-anxiety, the drugs are diazepam, chlordiazepoxide, oxazepam, lorazepam, alprazolam. In anticonvulsant, drugs are diazepam, lorazepam, clonazepam, clobazam. There are certain number of other drugs. If you can remember it. So if you go through this, there is the B group is the anti-anxiety drug, which I was supposed to teach you. So anti-anxiety, it is just a component of benzodiazepine. So there are a large number of drugs. Now you can see in all these three, hypnotics, anti-anxiety and anticonvulsant, diazepam is there. So blindly at least you should remember the diazepam, which is applicable as an, you can use it as an hypnotic, as an anti-anxiety, as well as an anticonvulsant. The other drugs you should remember specifically. Now the third group is the newer benzodiazepine group. In the newer non-benzodiazepine group, in the newer non-benzodiazepine group, the drugs are zopiclone, zolpidem, and zaleplone. These are, as the name suggests, non-benzodiazepine. That is, it is not concerned with the benzodiazepine structure. It is totally different, but it has exact hypnotic sedative action. Now the last group is the miscellaneous group. There are a large number of drugs you can consider which can induce sleep. I am mentioning this. First, antihistaminics. Drugs are promethazine dimenhydrinate, then chlorpromazine, amitriptyline, then morphine, pethidine, chloral hydrate paraldehyde. These all can induce sleep. So miscellaneously these can be theoretically used, but ideally these are not reliable for treatment of insomnia. Though it induces sleep, isolated insomnia case, this drug should not be used. One drug in miscellaneous is important, that is the triclophos. Still it is widely used, particularly in pediatric group of patients where there is a sleep problem. This triclophos is quite widely used. So these are the classification of this hypnotics and sedatives. You should go through it. Now barbiturate was the first drug, as in the classification you can see. These have been popular hypnotic and sedative up to 1960. From 1960 onwards, as benzodiazepine came in market, which has got more safety margin in comparison to barbiturates. So gradually, after benzodiazepine is invented, this barbiturate is replaced by benzodiazepine. Since it was first involved and some are still used, so we will discuss this barbiturate first. So you go through the classification, different groups of drugs, try to remember it. From next class we will start the pharmacological actions and other aspects of barbiturates. Thank you.